The APR-XL-CALKIT Thermal Calibration Kit is used to perform periodic thermal calibration of the APR-5000XL rework system. The frequency of calibration is based on the critical nature of the items being reworked. APR recommends annual calibration of the APR-5000XL rework system. This video will instruct you how to use the APR-XL-CALKIT Thermal Calibration Kit. Enabling manual mode. First, enable the system setup tabs. Create a login and password if one has not been previously created. Enter System Setup and select the password mode. This can be done with any login and password. Click OK to save and restart the software. Once the software has restarted, enter the administrator login and password shown on the screen. Enter System Setup, click the Software tab, and ensure that manual mode is enabled. Before beginning the thermal calibration, take screenshots of the following system setup tabs: Profile, TC, Test, and Airflow, and save them into a designated folder. Enter Process Setup and select Manual. Click Start to run the default profile and warm up the machine. After the profile is finished, click Next to exit manual mode and return to the main screen. Thermocouple Calibration. The first items to be calibrated are the external thermocouples. Connect the thermocouple simulator to the TC1 input. Set the simulator to 250 degrees Celsius and record the thermocouple reading in the software. Repeat for each thermocouple. Enter System Setup and click the TC tab. Adjust the thermocouple offsets so the software reads 250 degrees Celsius. Airflow calibration. The next step is to calibrate the airflow setting for the heaters, starting with the reflow head. Enter System Setup, click the Temperature Calibrations tab, select Flow Reflow Head, and click OK. Follow the software prompts until prompted to adjust the airflow settings. The inline airflow meter is either mounted on the rear of the machine or on the back of the reflow head. This depends on the age and version of the machine. Read the meter by looking at the center position of the ball. Slide the adjustment bar until the meter reaches the factory airflow settings: 8 liters for low, 16 liters for medium, and 24 liters for high. Click Finish to save the setting and exit the calibration window. To calibrate the airflow settings for the preheaters, remove the preheater grill screen with the 5/64 hex key. Enter System Setup, click the Temperature Calibrations tab, select Flow Preheater, and click OK. First, select the large preheater. Use the small metal disc from the calibration kit to cover the small preheater cone. Place the calibration fixture onto the heater bowl with the open side down and the corner window on the front left side. The center window should be closed and the corner window should be open. Set the airflow meter to read knots and place the meter directly over the corner window. The factory airflow setting for the large preheater is 5 knots. Slide the adjustment bar until the meter reads within factory settings. Select Finish to save the settings and exit the calibration window. Once more, enter System Setup, click the Temperature Calibrations tab, select Flow Preheater, and click OK. This time, select the small preheater. Remove the calibration fixture and metal disc and place the airflow meter directly on the small preheater cone. The factory airflow settings for small preheaters is 5 knots. Slide the adjustment bar until the meter reads within factory settings and select Finish to save the settings and exit the calibration window. Reinstall the preheater grill screen. Thermal calibration. Once the thermocouple and airflow settings have been calibrated and saved, thermal calibration can begin. Enter Process Setup and select Manual. The first heater to be calibrated is the small preheater. Use the Y-axis control to move the reflow head to the rear of the machine. Connect 8 aluminum standoffs to the calibration fixture. Insert the thermal probe into the calibration fixture so that the thermal probe is centered in the center window, and lightly tighten the small set screw to hold the probe in place. Connect the thermal probe to the TC3 input. Place the fixture in the center of the preheater grill with the corner window at the front left of the heater. The corner window should be closed and the center window should be open. Align the fixture so the thermocouple is aligned with the front edge of the preheater cone. Create a heating profile using the zone temperatures and times shown on the screen. At the end of each zone, record the temperature deviation from the set temperatures. For example, if the first zone is set to 100 degrees Celsius and the TC3 plot at the end of the zone reads 85 degrees Celsius, record the first zone deviation as negative 15 degrees Celsius. If the TC3 reading at the end of each zone are within plus or minus 10 degrees C of the set points, the calibration is verified. If the TC3 readings do not fall within plus or minus 10 degrees C of the set points, the thermal offsets will need to be adjusted. Enter System Setup and select the Profile tab. The offset adjustments are based on the TC3 deviations from the set points. For the first adjustment, keep a 1-to-1 relationship between the deviations and the offsets. For example, if the deviation for Zone 1 was negative 15 degrees C, adjust the offset by plus 15 degrees C. Therefore, if the offset was previously at 47 degrees C, slide the adjustment bar until the offset reads 62 degrees C. Once all the offsets have been adjusted accordingly, run the calibration profile again and note the deviations. If the deviations are still not within plus or minus 10 degrees C of the set points, the offsets will need to be adjusted again. The offset changes may not always work 1-to-1 with the deviations, so make the adjustments accordingly after the first verification run. Save the profile after every run to the designated folder. For the large preheater, the fixture will remain on the aluminum standoffs with the corner window on the front left. Insert the thermal probe into the calibration fixture so the thermocouple is centered in the center window and lightly tighten the small set screw to hold the probe in place. Connect the thermocouple probe to the TC3 input. Place the fixture on the preheater grill so the aluminum standoffs are pressed to the back left of the grill while the corner window is at the front left of the heater. The corner window should be open and the center window should be closed. Create the thermal calibration profile using the zone temperatures and times shown on the screen and follow the same offset adjustment steps demonstrated during the small preheater calibration. For the reflow head, the fixture will be flipped upside down with the open side facing the preheater grill. Insert the thermal probe into the calibration fixture so the thermocouple is centered in the center window and lightly tighten the small set screw to hold the probe in place. Both windows should be closed. Connect the thermal probe to the TC3 input. The NZA 490-490 reflow nozzle should be inserted into the reflow head. Using the camera, align the reflow nozzle to the opening of the calibration fixture. Bring the head down so the reflow nozzle drops down into the fixture opening. Adjust the fixture to the nozzle if need be. Use fine adjustments until the bottom edge of the nozzle touches the fixture. Create the thermal calibration profile using the zone temperatures and times shown on the screen and follow the same offset adjustment steps demonstrated during the small and large preheater calibration. Deviations for the reflow head are plus or minus 5 degrees C. Once done with the reflow head calibration, take screenshots of the following system setup tabs: Profile, TC, Test, and Airflow, and save them to the same designated folder. The APR-XL is now calibrated back to its factory settings. The APR-XL-CALKIT Thermal Calibration Kit verifies the thermal functionality of the APR-XL Rework System in order to optimize performance. For more information, please visit apr-rework.com.